No, I'm not hungover or on drugs, as people theorized in the last video. I just woke up and I haven't taken a shower yet. So, anyways, I'm gonna make this one quick because my throat's kind of hurting. I had too much citrus food and stuff like that, and I was going crazy on videos a few days ago, so I kind of messed up my throat. But what I'm gonna be talking about today is a series called Silver Spoon, and quite a lot of you probably know about this series because it's gotten really big in the last year or two. But it's by the series creator of Full Metal Alchemist, and I'm sure a lot of you know that series. Well, after she was done with that series, she basically went on and said, hey, let's just do a series that's completely different. And so she did Silver Spoon, and I'm going to guess that the author had to have grown up on like a farm or something like that, because Silver Spoon is a series about, it's a series basically about farming. I don't really know how else to put it to you. It's literally about a guy is like Mr. Smart Math nerd and stuff like that. And I'm not saying nerd in a negative light, of course. But he goes and joins this farm college because he thinks it's just going to be a cakewalk because it's a bunch of hicks, you know. It's not going to have any hard stuff. Well, of course, the math and the English and Japanese and history and all that stuff isn't that bad. But the farming is like, you know, the students are like, oh, with the second rate of the, you know, digestion policy of the diversion of the cells, you know, and all that stuff. And so basically he gets mind fucked, and he is not used to like such a hard working lifestyle. And so as the series goes on, he gets more and more used to it, enjoys the really good natural food, because most food nowadays has a bunch of preservatives in it, and this is like, you know, straight off the farm food. And it's really, really neat series because even though it's not a bunch of like action-packed, ass-kicking, you know, stuff that was in Full Metal Alchemist, it's still a very interesting read because one of the strong points of Full Metal Alchemist was the character development that the characters had. And the characters in this series are very lifelike. They're very, very real. They seem human and stuff like that, but there's also a lot of over-the-top comedy. And the main character basically plays the straight guy to everybody else being like, you know, the comedic guy and stuff like that. Because everybody else on the farm is just nuts. There's a scene where there's like a bunch of big old burly dudes like hiding out in a barn, and the main character stumbles on them, and they're looking at like a fold-out magazine and stuff like that, and like the fold-out magazine, you know, is like they're just like drooling over it and stuff like that, you know, and they're just like, oh my god, like she's so big, and I love those like nipples on her and stuff like that, and everything else like that, you know. And he's all like, what the fuck are you guys doing, like, looking at that right now, you know? He's like, that, you know, school isn't like a place for that. He's like, no, you can become part of our brotherhood, you know, enjoy it, enjoy the lovely curves on this, and like, he gets pulled over by them, and it's just a fold-out of, like, a big fucking cow. Like, it's like a bunch of cows all over a page, and it's a magazine of cows, and, like, drooling over it. So, you know, pretty much most of the people there are completely nuts. And so it's a pretty long-running series now. It's got, I think, about a few hundred chapters or something like that. I can't remember. But it's very, very good. It has an anime now that's got about 2 to 3 episodes, if I remember right. There's a lot of educational stuff in it. If you like those series that, like, teach you while entertaining you, you will learn a lot from this series because, again, the author clearly grew up on a farm or had to have done years of research because every single chapter is packed with a ton of like information about farming, farming techniques, tools, you know, habits, everything. It's really, really neat. But again, the series is called Silver Spoon, and it's by the author of Full Metal Alchemist, and I do recommend you check it out. And no, I am not going to grow my beard back out. I'm going to shave it tonight, finally, because I need to take some pictures for thumbnails for the Boson X and Papers, Please series coming up. Papers, Please starts on the 13th, and I don't know when Boson X is going to start, but definitely check out the Papers, Please series, because I go fucking... Oh yeah, by the way, side note for those of you that watched this far, I just got approval to start doing an Omegle trolling series. Yeah.